Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Thursday, January 9th, 2014. Right on the NASDAQ side, we're starting to see some signals building up on the sell side. You can see that we have a complete absence of signals on the buy side, and we do have some features in here to talk about. We've got an open close deviation in Biogen. That one's closing up very, very strongly, more than 4% above the day's open, and it also has a VWAP deviation to the upside, as you can see. To the downside, BlackBerry is getting beat up 3.5% below the day's open, and also with the VWAP deviation. That one's more than 1.5% below the day's VWAP, which means they're hitting that one pretty hard into the close. The BlackBerry also does have a contra candle to the downside and a bump in volume. SanDisk trading very strongly to the upside, 5% above the day's open, and almost 3 times the typical volume. Let's move on and take a look at the financials. Financials are biased to the buy side today. I've got a couple of upside CPSs, Citigroup, USB, and Visa, so those should be the ones you really want to focus on. We also have a volume bump in USB, so that along with the upside CPS conditions should be pretty powerful for tomorrow. As far as the energy names go, kind of a mixed bag. ACI is pretty weak, but it's a low dollar stock. That one does have a upside RPS signal, reverse pressure signal, so we could see that lifting up tomorrow. BP's got some pretty decent volume, but it's pretty flat versus the day's open. We're also seeing some pretty good volume in Valero as that pumps out to new 52-week highs. No pun intended. Generals, kind of a mixed bag here. Not a lot of signals. Best Buy's a little bit weak today. They're taking some profits into the close here. That one's got a VWAP deviation. We've got a volume bump in Comcast and Disney, as well as McDonald's and also UNH. Hewlett-Packard really weak today. That's got a downside CPS condition and an open close deviation, and is getting close to a VWAP deviation as well, so that one's really pretty weak. VMware also a little bit weak today. One to watch, since that's been strong the last couple days. Going to monitor that to see if we get a signal before the close. As far as the housing names go, not seeing too much here. A lot of light volume action. We do have some decent volume in Toll Brothers, and that one is sporting a reverse pressure signal to the downside. Transports, not much here. A little bit paired off here. UNP's got a downside contra candle and some fairly decent volume. And finally, on to the commodities. As far as signals go, we're fairly well mixed here. Good volume today in Alcoa AA. That one's got an upside CPS. That one's pretty strong. Monsanto also has a volume bump, as does Potash POT. A lot of the agricultural names are in play. Monsanto reported, so we're starting to see a bump and could see some more action in those tomorrow. So make sure you take a look at those so you know where they are technically for tomorrow. All right, folks. As always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.